going to scrub this video, but I think it's important to show you not only the good stuff, but my failures as well. In this video, you will see me fresh out of the shower with wet hair and a very thinning scalp. Pink scalp, thin hair, and I want you to know, ladies, that you are not alone. So many of you have told me you are so depressed with your thin, pink scalps. It's exactly what I have. I've shared failures before in my cooking, and now I'm going to show you some failures in what I tried to do with some updos. We can do something with our aging, thinning hair that no matter how bad it is, we can create illusions. And that's what I do. I have created illusions with product, with some teasing, with various things, but this video was a fail. I tried to do an updo, it didn't do it, but you're going to see how thin my hair really is. And I know that you've seen some of the hairdos that I've done pretty well on. So stay tuned, my friends. It's okay to bare our souls once in a while, isn't it? Now I'm fresh out of the shower, and the only thing that I've done to my hair after my shampoo is to sort of towel dry it. I'm going to maybe scrunch my hair just to show you that my hair is not stick straight. It does have some curl and some wave. And for those of you who don't believe my hair is thin, I'm going to turn around and show you what it really looks like before I get dry shampoo and product and fluffing and teasing and all of that within the 2 or 3 days of doing updos. And then I'm going to show you the products that I use. And most of them are Aussie products, except for when I put some oils in my hair. And I'm not going to do that today because I'm going to put the product in to be able to scrunch it. So let me turn around and show you. Now this is my hair still wet. And as you can see, it does thin out as it gets down to the bottom. Now this isn't going to include the dry shampoo just yet. It's all these products that I'm going to put on while it is still damp. I have learned to create illusions. And I want you all to know, those of you, so many of you have said you are so depressed because your hair is so thin, it used to be so thick. There are things we can do. So I hope maybe you'll find something out of this, because as you can see, my hair is growing long, and that keeps going. It grows fast, but it doesn't grow thick anymore. So the first thing that I am going to put on, which I have been doing for years, is this. I'm going to put my glasses on for all this. And all of these are Aussie products. I'm sure you've seen them all over the shelves in drugstores and online. And this one is called Headstrong Volume Gel, and it's 24-hour lift in one use. I really slather this on my whole head. I start up here, I bring it out to the ends and get it all saturated, and then scrunch and let it dry. Most of the time, normally I'll go outside and sit if it's nice and hot. So here we go, and I'll show you how much I'm putting on here. I start with a good handful. Now you can see how much is there, and it is a gel, right? I'm gonna put it on both hands, take my glasses off, and here we go. I start saturating the top of my head, the sides of my head, and as you can see, it's really gelling in. And as I do this, I pull it out to the ends. I'm going to turn around and just show you what I'm doing here. Now I'm running my fingers all through my head here. Now I will comb it out and then scrunch, and I'll show you how I do that. And that's all I leave on until I style my hair. I also have always used something called Aussie Scrunch Spray. And after I scrunch, I spray heavily and scrunch again to hold all these curls in. But I haven't seen it on the shelves in quite a while. Since I can't find the scrunch spray anymore, I have found this, and this is called Instant Freeze. And this one is a non-aerosol hairspray, and it's a 24-hour style lock, and it says maximum hold, which is kind of what I wanted. I haven't used this yet, but I'll do this after I get everything dried and my hair is all scrunched. Now I like to use a wide tooth comb. This isn't really wide. I'd prefer a wider one, but you see how long my hair has gotten. Now I'm going to start scrunching. First, I'm going to fluff up the crown so that it's not sticking to my head. Now, lots of times I think that's the problem with hair that looks thin, is because it's stuck flat on your head. So you want to give the illusion of height. What do they say? The higher the hair, the closer to God. Or big hair, don't care. One of my viewers and I were going through some of the hair quotes, funny ones. If you can think of any, let me know. But the one from Texas, where she was from, was big hair, don't care. Okay, now I'm scrunching. Do you see what I'm doing? All over, even up here in the crown, just taking my hands with all this sticky gel in it. Now you're going to feel it sticky. Now I've seen people scrunch their hair that don't even have a natural curl. I have not scrunched my hair since it's gotten quite long. It'll be interesting to see if it's going to do that. Now when you get down to the ends, you kind of get it all up in your hand, bunch it up and hold it there. Some people will hold it and dry it with a hair dryer. I'm not going to go that route right now. I'd rather not, especially in the heat. Well, the sun's not out. It's not even that warm. I think our temperatures went down today, but the humidity is bad. So now, as you can see, you can really see how very thin my hair is. I know a lot of you just didn't believe me because I had puffed up hairdos and was doing things. So those of you who are depressed about your hair getting thin and have lived with this for a while, you're not alone, ladies. And we can do things about this. There are illusions that we can create, and I'll keep trying to practice some of these hairdos, and when I find something that helps with this, now this will, even though it looks very sparse up there now, I will be able to fluff this out by the way I comb it, and also by some of the products that I use. So I'll sit out here for a little while, and then I'll go in and we'll see what else, see where we can go from here. And I want to tell you something about what we're doing this weekend and where we're going. My little cats are definitely wiped out with this humidity and the heat, but they love to be around me when I sit out here. That's Ghost, my feral, who is definitely the alpha male. And then over here is my sweet Shamu sleeping under the swing. And Shamu has been with us almost 12 years. We got her as a baby. Matthew has the mama, or did have the mama, and Margie has one of the brothers. Okay, I went outside for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and it wasn't sunny, but it was humid. I'm hot. And I've put some makeup on, and you can see how much more the hair has fluffed up. Now, I'm able to do this, which is going to cover up my scalp a little bit, now that I'm spreading out the hairs again. And you can see how full my hair got just from that fluffing. Now, I don't know whether I'm wild about this kind of a hairdo anymore, but I'm going to take my brush to it now, little by little, and see what I can do with it. I'm still undecided as to whether or not I don't want to brush the curls out, but I do want to cover up that exposed scalp somehow. And by doing this, maybe a little teasing, I don't know. I'm losing my curls here. Normally I would do this. So you can see how it's starting to fluff up a little bit. Just running my fingers through it. And I think I'm going to put it up on top of my head and do one of those really scrunchy, messy updos. Now, do you see what I'm talking about? Illusions. I've used some volume gel, Aussie volume gel. I've scrunched my hair. And now I'm going to start working maybe with the spray and see what that can do. Now, as I do this, you can see, I hope, that I'm filling in some of those bald spots that you could see with my pink scalp showing. It's still a little damp underneath. Let's see what I can do. I think I'm going to start with this comb. Now, you all remember this comb. So I'm going to start. Now, the fun part about this updo is that I will have some nice curly, let's get that in nice and tight. I will have some nice curly tendrils hanging down, hopefully. Usually I do get them, and I will let those fall. And then I'll work on these. Let's see if I need this. Let's try it. And poke that in there. Now, take this hair this way. I put that there like that. Oh, see, my arms get tired. And it's hot. Nope, not gonna do that. Okay, I think I'm gonna do some teasing here. And maybe, no, not yet. Not gonna try I'm just gonna tease the sides a bit. No dry shampoo, but see, this is, trying to do an updo on the first day with clean hair is not the easiest. I don't get the volume that I would normally get. I think I'm pretty brave trying to do this on camera. I think I'll do one of my these hairdos where I just sort of twirl it. And go back to these. Okay. I can always pull the tendrils down afterward. Now you remember how I poof on the sides, because I don't want to pull these too awfully tight on the sides. Remember, we're going for illusions. Now keep in mind all those bald spots you saw and thinning out of my hair. It's just working with it, a little bit of teasing, a little bit of curling. Now, where'd all those curls go? Normally, you know, I think I combed through my hair too much. I'm not getting the curls that I wanted up on top. Normally I would have something hanging down here or not, but it didn't work. But anyway. I don't know. Maybe I'll go ahead and maybe I'll go back to putting this into maybe I'll go back and put some curlers in and see if I get a better hairdo with this. I was going to take advantage of all the curls. One thing I forgot to do, which I should have done, I forgot to spray after it dried, and it would have made the curls real hard. So I forgot that step. They would have stayed in much better when I ran my fingers through there. Maybe if I went back, I could get that right now. I wonder if I should try and do that. I'll try. See, now you could think already I have thick hair, but you saw that I didn't. See, ladies, it's an illusion. Everything we do, it's a big illusion. So if you can keep your arms up long enough, it's a lot of teasing. Now let's see if some of this spray will bring back some of the curls. Now this is called that Aussie hairspray. You can read that in the blue. Let's see what this does. It's got to pump out for a while. This is brand new. There we go. Ooh, ooh. I got a load in my face just now. Maybe that'll set my makeup. Boy, my face is wet now. See if I can get them back. Yeah, that works, I guess, doesn't it? I'm just experimenting here, ladies. I don't really know what I'm doing. Now it's getting wet again. So maybe I'll start over. That's a workout. I don't know whether I really want to do this or not. That's the hairspray. It's not my perspiration. I gave myself a big whoop. Maybe we'll just leave it down and leave it at that. I'll try and do it later. And if I get it, I'll show you. But on camera, it just ain't working, ladies. Sorry. Now I got too hot and tired. I'll try again. The point I wanted to get across to you, though, is that if you have real sparse hair with bald spots, there are things we can do with products and teasing, dry shampoos, sprays, scrunching, and we can make it look better. It's just a bunch of experimenting. That's really all it is, ladies. That's really all it is. Let me finish with some of the other things I wanted to tell you before I close. I did make yesterday morning one of my semi-homemade date and nut breads with that Pillsbury box mix, but putting fresh dates and walnuts into it. And that's the only way to make it taste like the old days, the original recipe where it's moist and heavy. And it was delicious with the cream cheese. We had it again this morning. And I am going to put a little bit of this at the end for you. Tomorrow morning, we are leaving for San Diego. One of our little granddaughters, Megan, who I think is 9, is dancing in a fesh. She's an Irish dancer, and it's a 2-day fesh in San Diego. It's also Mommy's birthday, Sabrina. And so we are going to have dinner with them tomorrow night and celebrate Sabrina's birthday at a Benihana. I haven't been to a Benihana in a long, long time. That should be fun. And it's a 2-day fetch, Saturday and Sunday mornings. I think Megan has 4 dances Saturday, 4 dances Sunday. It's very nostalgic because for years we watched Shannon and Ryan dance from the time they were 3 or 4 in feshes from San Diego all the way halfway up the state. And Shannon went on to become a regional winner and was wonderful until she hurt her ankle. And she was about ready to go to Ireland to, I forget what they call the big fesh over there of the big winners all over the world. Well, I had the yen this morning to make something different, and I'm going to make my traditional date and nut bread, only with a twist. As you know, I found an easy way to do it. I ordered the Pillsbury quick bread date and nut bread, and I do use fresh dates. It's the only way to make it authentic like the original recipe. So I've already poured the mixture in here. Now what I do is I cut up very tiny these dates, fresh medic dates, whatever that means, but always pitted. Any kind of dates will do. Put them in some boiling water and mush them up after they come out. Put them in here, and you'd never know it wasn't the original recipe. Now, if you didn't put walnuts and dates with this, it just wouldn't taste the same as the old-fashioned date and nut bread. The recipe itself calls for 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of oil, and 1 cup of water. Now, I have probably at least a cup of chopped up dates here. Here's the walnuts, and I will chop them up nice and tiny. Once again, walnuts, the more the merrier with me. So I'll put in at least 1/2 to 3/4. Now all you have to do is boil these for a couple of minutes, just until they get soft. And now I'm using my mother's old-fashioned masher. I think my pan is about 9 by 5. This is one of the maybe slightly larger ones. And I have already sprayed it, waiting for the mixture. I will be adding almost a cup of water, and that's mainly because the dates have absorbed the water in the other ones. And you want it moist. That's the secret of this, moist. Now I've already mixed in the eggs and the oil, and now I'll do this. I'm using a slotted spoon to do this. Just threw the nuts in, and now I'm getting ready to throw this. Now this is quite a bit of dates all mashed up, and it's absorbed the water. That's a lot of dates. You can imagine how this is going to taste. The consistency is nice and moist, and now we're ready to put it in the pan. The directions say to put this in a 375 oven for a 9 by 5 pan for approximately 45 to 55 minutes. Considering that I've put the dates and the walnuts in, it might change it a little bit, maybe a little more, but just watch it. Stick something in the middle just to check to make sure it's finished. When it comes out, you'll cool it for about 20 minutes. And my favorite way to eat this is with cream cheese on top. It was my favorite lunchtime sandwich. Mom used to make a sandwich of her homemade date and nut bread with cream cheese, and I loved it and still remember it. So there you go. Now we'll wait, and I'll see if Moussie's getting up soon. There it is, right out of the oven, and it did take about 55 minutes or an hour. You can see the dates, you can see the nuts, and that's the secret of this semi-homemade date and nut bread. Oh, I can't wait. And I have it on my really pretty Fostoria cake plate, the square one. I found that at a thrift shop, believe it or not. So there you have it. I'm going to bring some out to Mousse right now. Isn't that delicious looking? I think this is it for this video. I did want to bring you some more hair encouragement for those of you with thinning, aging hair, as I have. And I hope you saw with my wet scalp and what I did with the gel and what you can do with mousse and volume sprays and all sorts of things, that you can see that there are ways we can create illusions with thinning, aging hair. So don't be discouraged, because we're all in this together. Thanks so much for watching, ladies. I hope you all have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Stay safe. And those of you back east who have suffered through this hurricane up and down the coast from Florida up, I'm so sorry. I hope you're staying safe and taking care. Thank you all once again, new subscribers and good old friends from a couple of years now. I love you all. Thank you so much for all your support and encouragement. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now, and God bless us all.